sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, this is Ripper here. You guys are doing fantastic. I got a fun video with the Lushun. Trying it out again after a while. I haven't played this ship in a while. I think back in the day it was a dockyard ship. Correct me if I'm wrong. But very, very worth it. I definitely recommend if whoever at the time got it, get it, and I did. And it has been proven great for me for the past while. But honestly, it is still a great ship, actually. So I'll tell you, this replay right here kind of demonstrates the power and utility of this ship. It's incredible. But as always, before we begin, like, subscribe button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. If you see value in what we're doing here today, go ahead and smash those buttons down there and let us know what you think. Thanks for stopping by and making this a great place to learn about sailing ships, shooting ships, and learning something at the same time. So, yeah, this thing is a dockyard ship, so hopefully it comes back maybe one day. I don't know. Who knows? I wish they would bring back some of these old ships that, you know, it's not fair for some people that just join the game. And we want more people to join the game and have fun, but they're being robbed of the ability to get these ships. But, yeah, we'll talk about that later. But wish we would bring this thing back. But, man, this thing is awesome. If you don't know, here's a shot of what it is. Only 2 sets of guns, 360 turret in the back. Deep water torpedoes only go to 11. It's got the super heal. It essentially just heals like if you just hit a power-up or something, but it heals over a long period of time. That's a downside. So if you take a lot of incoming fire, it's not going to be very effective because then you just get blapped and taken out. So you cannot sustain long durations of fire like, say, a hull, right? But this thing, it does kind of heal itself over time. So it's kind of like a slow zombie heal, if you want to call it that. Anyways, the main gimmick of this thing really is the ability to survive, like I said, long duration battles of hits right there, but also the guns are really rapid reload. You're going to see like 1 second reloads here with Combat Scout. I mean, absolutely horrendous. I think I even take out a Marceau, and the Marceau player even say, oh, okay, so noted, Lüshun does not outgun a Marceau. So, yeah, I mean, it just depends. It really is a situational moment that the Lüshun can outgun a Marceau or a lot of destroyers out there. But with, you know, like I said, with 1 second reloads, it really does pay off a lot. As you can see, our base reload right now, the way we built it, is 1.4 seconds. I mean, my gosh, you're getting like small end reloads with 2 sets of guns. If I had to compare this ship, I believe this ship is a Tier 9 version of a destroyer. I cannot think of at the top of my head, but it's like the Soviet destroyer. Nutrashimi, that's what it was. It's a Nutrashimi, but with awesome reloads and heals, so that's the idea behind it. The other gimmick is probably, you can call it a gimmick, it's a 5.5 kilometer hydro. Now, why does that play into a part in this game strategy? The concealment on this thing is 5.8. So basically, if you pretty much almost outspot majority things except for like a Shima or something, right? So you'll spot things first, then it's too late for the enemy to drive away, and then boom, you pop your 5.5 kilometer hydro, and boom, you got a perma-spotting while with rapid fire reloading guns. So the idea is to kill your destroyer player as fast as you can while you're kiting out, because they're caught inside of your hydro. Even if they smoke up or whatever, they're caught in it. I mean, they're going to be perma-spotted no matter what, and then you just get out of dodge with rapid fire reloads. Now, the only thing that nerfs this thing a little bit is the fact that the HE guns only do a maximum of 1,400 damage, which is pretty on the low end, if you want to call it. But that's why people online, you guys have been great, have recommended me use the AP. The AP on this thing is amazing, okay? I'm going to have to say I actually use AP more in this ship than I do anything else, because the damage output is so incredible. Even if you overpin, it's still better damage than, let's say, regular HE shells. Ooh, look at that. We're getting Citadels right there on the light cruisers. So you get Citadel ships with this thing because it's 130 millimeter. Really awesome, awesome, awesome guns. All right. Here it is, that engagement I was telling you about. So, boom. He is caught well within our detection here. The Shimakaze, love Shimakaze players, right? Notice I'm firing AP. Now, look, even if it overpins him, it's still doing equivalent damage as, like there, 773. You're still doing equivalent damage if you did HE. I find the HE are like pea shooters, but it's good for the angle targets, but they don't do as much damage as you would like. So, notice I'm not able to kill this guy right off the bat, but I would like to. But he went full broadside. I'm sorry, kited away. Didn't go broadside to us anymore. He got kind of smart and realized it. Unfortunately, he's caught in our 5.5 kilometer hydra. You see the power of what this thing can do? If he's just caught inside our web of intelligence there, and he goes down. He couldn't escape it. So, again, that's why it's always good to know your player matchup, know your limitations, and if I was that Shimakaze player, I would not have rushed in without knowing where on Earth is the Smallin or the Lushun or anything that has like some kind of detection ability that outguns me. I want to know where they're at first before I rush into an area. It's just, playing conservative and understanding what the battlefield is first. Intelligence is always important. Part of my job in the Air Force is also conducting ISR, learning about that idea, close air support, things of that nature. So you got to have intelligence first. It all starts with knowing what is out there in order for you to make the best and conduct the best course of action. As a commander, you got to know that as well. So anyways, back to the game. So Lushun dominating the area on the Alpha Cap. That way you can clear the way. Notice I'm not going into Alpha Cap right now because why? I'm really keeping this Vermont spotted. I want to keep Yamato spotted. Venezia is already at Alpha. He's going to cap it for free. I mean, we've eliminated the entire threat over here. Their Austin is down. Their Janan's down. Their Shimakaze's down. All three heavy hitters are down, and all there's left is like, what? A battleship that likes to go to the back of the line. So, and I'll probably do a video about this. I'm just sick and tired of, or maybe I'm not, because I'm a destroyer player. What do I care if a battleship, sits in the back and does nothing? So, like I said, I'm really close to saying that, I've always been understanding that battleships, they're probably getting close to being obsolete, because it's not that the battleships aren't fun. It's just the fact that people can't play them in this world. And thank goodness they're bringing back Unbreakable Line. So if you haven't seen the latest update, they're bringing back Unbreakable Line. And yes, they are allowing Tier 10 and Tier 9. My goodness. This is what I've been asking for. I think this might be the killer of it might be an improvement in the game, actually. I think more people will play battleships a little bit more aggressive, a little bit better, as opposed to this kind of gameplay you're seeing in the background. And I don't know if you can't say that I'm wrong. I mean, the majority, just watch majority of games. What are battleship players doing? They're doing exactly what you're seeing in front of here, and I have evidence. I'm bringing the receipts. I'm showing you the evidence of, look, the Vermont and Yamato have been in the B line in the back. And how can they support their players if they're sitting in the back? And they're treating this game like it's literally a sniping game. You might as well just go on your iPhone and download a sniping game, play it, because this is kind of how they're playing. Because why? They're terrified to lose their ship. They don't want to absorb damaging fire, which is what the battleship is supposed to do. But with the age of gimmicks of subs, CVs, and gunboats and everything like me, it's kind of hard to really sit there and tank damage, because really you get melted within seconds nowadays. So, again, I don't know. I love Unbreakable Line. I'm telling you, if they allow a permanent Unbreakable Line mode with Tier 10, Tier 9, you're going to see a lot more players and everything. You can keep randoms if people like the so-called competitive gameplay, which I don't think randoms is competitive. Randoms is literally anybody out there who wants to play kind of like this Call of Duty, DMZ, Warzone kind of mentality, where if you get one life, you die, boom, you're done. Ooh, look at that. We activated Combat Scout. Look at the reload now. 1.1 seconds, and then when Fearless Brawler activates, we get down to 1 second reload. So, ooh, look at this. Nice. This is also why the Lushun's powerful. You get these kind of things right here. Torpedo hits galore, and boom, finally we get a kill. Splash 1, 96,000 damage, and we spot 144,000 damage right there. That's the beautiful power of Lushun, the YY, a lot of these Pan-Asian destroyers with the commander active there. You get a Combat Scout, you get a reduction in reload rate, so amazing. Now look at the AP on this bad boy, on the Libertad, which is a powerful battleship now. Again, this is exactly why the battleship gameplay is, I think, in this mode, kind of obsolete and ineffective, because you get 1v2 games that are allowed this, but the majority of the ships that are dominating are the destroyers, the gunboats, the CVs, the sub, and the carriers. So look at that. Look at the power of the AP right there. Just blasting and melts the Libertad like that. And Libertad is, advertised as the greatest secondary brawler out there. And I think it is. It just has to be in Unbreakable Line, because I don't know, people play differently, and when they know that they're not going to die and they're going to respawn and come back in, great. But when you play a game where you only have one life, one ship, and that is it, like you're playing it in some kind of competitive game mode in randoms, people treat the battleship like that. So Lushun, we're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to also use the AP as well, going against Yamato. Again, Yamato, nose in, no speed, anchoring in the harbor here, just like probably like in history here, just anchoring in a harbor. And just kind of sitting there and absorbing damage. Yeah, but look at the firepower in this thing. Like I said, I think it is. If Wargame, you're listening, great job on bringing back Unbreakable Line. I think it'll add a little bit of variety, flavor, and actually utility for people to actually do different things and try different things out with different Tier 10 ships. Because I think the majority of players do play Tier 10. But look at the AP melting Yamato, by the way. But Like I said, I think randoms is dying with the battleship play because majority, I'm telling you, I've got the receipts. The majority of the games I've seen is this is how battleship players act and incorporate their ship. And it doesn't seem very engaging and fun. You may get onesie, twosie ships here and there in the battleships that actually do something. Those are the really, really, really good players that I've seen. But majority battleships, man, they are just clueless. They're turning around, kiting away in the back of the line, not firing their guns, aiming in weird places, in reverse. So not understanding that, but I'm glad they brought Unbreakable Line out. But until then, we're going to melt battleships and show you why they are not very viable in randoms these days. I mean, especially when you got like gunboats like this, the Lushun, it just destroys and eliminates. Look at 171,000 spotting damage, 153,000 damage right there. And man, way too powerful. So again, bottom overall, Lushun's awesome. I'm glad they brought Unbreakable Line back. Battleships are struggling right now. And we're doing a blast. Combat Scout activated. So I've noticed I've been activating this Combat Scout a lot more often than not in these Pan-Asian because I'm out there really just, like I said, I'm just spotting and conducting ISR for the rest of my team so they can shoot. You can't hit what you can't shoot, right? So good destroyers, players are out there spotting for their team and being that servanthood leadership kind of mentality and leading from the front while serving your team. And that's incredible, right? So anyways, build a bit at the end of the video. Look at that, number one on the team just by spotting. And let's see, what else do we do here? 71,000 damage. Look at the AP, man. I'm telling you, AP is powerful on the Vermont. I'm sorry, the Vermont had the torpedo hits. The Yamato, we did, look at that, 202 hits, 38,000 damage. Janan with the, we had a torpedo hit on him? Wow. Wow, 2 torpedoes into him. Oh, that's probably what killed him right there. See, and the utility of the Lushun's amazing. Torpedoes, guns, spotting, everything. Incredible, super hill, and amazing, I would say, effectiveness on the battlefield as well. Potential damage, getting shot at a lot, and spotting. Yep, there it is. That's the kicker right there. That is what gets us. It gets us over the hill and accomplishes a lot right there. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay safe out there. Until next time, if you see me out there, make sure you say hello and smash those buttons and leave a comment. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.